John, you had to throw plenty of young lads in tonight, but what a performance that the team delivered for you, not just the young lads, but the team as a whole.
Yeah, it was a performance we've been trying to put on at home for a while. They worked really hard defensively. I think that was the key. It was pretty much all Warrington early, but we defended our line strong. The enthusiasm of youth. It's hard to put a figure on it. They were excited about playing. I think we had 11 whole local boys playing out of the 17 today. And there was a really good feeling at training through the week when young fellas were, we announced that they were going to get a crack. I think the pleasing thing tonight was we held tight on our try line for long periods of time, right throughout the 80 minutes. So, it was nice. It was a really good way, to send our fans home. We've been threatening that for a while, but probably our most complete home performance this year.
And they showed incredible patience as well in attack, driven round the field by Aidan, of course, but Callum Kemp in the starting role looked like he'd been playing Super League for the season as a whole so far.
Yeah, he's really benefited, I think. He had a full pre-season. He hasn't missed a training session, I don't think, all through the year. So he's played in the opposition team at training continuously. Then he's got a chance in the first team when we've rested players through injury. And he's a sponge. He's a student of the game. It was a home game, a really must-win situation. So I know they were down on trips, but so were we. And I thought he acquitted himself really well. The most pleasing thing about him and Lloyd is how competitive they are.
Some incredible stints on the field as well from the young lads in the middle. One sitting next to you at the moment in Matty Laidlaw and Will Gardner as well. Both got through huge minutes tonight. Just a thought on them for us.
Yeah, they've been biding their time for a chance throughout the season. Our form hasn't. It's been pretty good right across the board. We've had a couple of dips here and there, but just patient, hard working, and I've got nothing but praise for those boys. Guards and Matty have gone back to Doncaster and played in tough situations and never complain, never whinge. They just turn up to train and get the job done. And it's really pleasing as a coach to be able to tap on the shoulder and say you're in this week. Especially Guards who hasn't played last week but hadn't played since the Wigan game, which was our second game. And Matty's played a lot of games this year and he just keeps getting better and better.
And we're going down to the wire, of course, in that spot in the top six. Your nearest and dearest did you no favours against Wakefield tonight, but this was the performance that you needed, wasn't it, to keep as much as you possibly could your future in your own hands, so to speak.
Yeah, it was only coming about here and winning. They were never going to do us any favours, KR. So that was that we haven't focused on that or spoken about that this week. But when we got the game within our keeping, it was wanted to have a check and see what the score was. But it's not going to alter the way we attack this week or we attack the game next week. We want to. I've seen lots of sides who finish a year on a high. With the squad that we have, with the youth that we have, the belief is a big thing, and the only way you get belief is going out and winning games. And so if we can, whatever happens next week, we want to finish on a high.
It's been a tough one tonight as well, and came at a cost to Sam Esse. Can you give us an update on how he is?
Yeah, he's okay now. We all saw it. He copped a bit of a high one. Didn't pass his test, so I'd say that's him for the season.
Are you hopeful of him sticking around, or is that conversation still ongoing with Wigan kind of thing?
No, well, it was sort of put to bed a while back. That was, we were, both parties were keen to make it happen, but it was, negotiation didn't sort of pan out, and we've had to sort of recruit around him, unfortunately.
Well, you get another chance at home again next week, another chance to send supporters out on a high, but another chance to push for that six and hope that the dice fall your way, so to speak. John, how important will that be to this side, and hopefully you bring some bodies back as well?
Yeah, they'll I'm sure everyone wants to go out on a high with a win, and stranger things have happened. It's not. We've got to just make sure we win, and not curse ourselves if we don't get a result and the other one goes would have went our way. So first things first is us preparing well for next week, which we did this week. Go out and try and win the game, and then we'll see where the cards fall.
You made a couple of changes in bringing Aidan off with about 20 minutes to go, and I think Cade had a short spell today as well. Are they okay, or is that just a tactical change?
Yeah, they're both carrying niggles, which everyone they've played a lot of minutes, hardly missed any footy. We had one eye next week, and it was also a chance to get the Lloyd and Callum out to play together. They deserved that opportunity. They missed out last week, like when Cal went on, Lloyd come off. So it was nice family feel for when those two boys finished the game together.
Yeah, just what does that mean to you as a head coach to be able to give a set of brothers and that family feel about the club?
Look, they deserve it. Number one, they've been tremendous for us all year. The way they've trained and the way they apply themselves, and it's you get a lot of downtimes as a coach, so it's really nice to be able to do that, especially for two local boys who are really close. And at 18 years of age, go out and play a game of Super League together. It's and see the mum and dad and the brother all out in the field together after the game. It's one of those nice moments you get as a coach.
Thanks, John.
So, mate.
Matty Laidlaw straight in because, like I mentioned to John, that was a significant performance in terms of the minutes you played tonight. Just how was it out there for you?
Yeah, it was tough, physical, and just had the confidence of all the players working for each other. But when it was getting hard, helping each other get through them tough periods of the game, especially when you see on the pitch the first 20 minutes, they've actually had all the possession, and then it was the same virtually in the beginning of the second half. But we always worked hard for each other. Yeah.
You've been in and around the squad this season, plenty. Getting that game time under your belt. What do you think the next step is for you?
I think it's just keep building. Maybe playing more minutes, or when I'm on the field, only getting 40 minutes, making more of an impact when I'm playing, and possibly playing help. I'm not really sure, to be fair.
Just to buy. He's looking after. He thinks he's trying to say the right thing, Matty, but he belongs out there.
And well, exactly that. You've not been afraid to throw your weight around in Super League again this season. Just how pleasing is it for you to know that you can go on and play against these established Super League forwards and already make your mark? That must give you some confidence.
Yeah, it's a big thing. I ain't really that heavy compared to some blokes possibly 110 kilos, and it's a big confidence boost when you're playing be able to tackle them big bodies, and you're actually making the ruck slow, and they aren't running over you really. It's then really it helps you don't feel like you're letting the team down, and the other players have got more faith in you when you're actually playing, and you've got that trust between each of the players.
And you've got one of Super League's most experienced heads in the front row in Liam Watts with you out on the field. Just what kind of guidance and what kind of support does he give you while you're out there?
He's just a big leader overall. He leads with his actions and he leads with his words, and is someone to look up to. And he always does the tough, gritty stuff, and it's someone to be aspired to be really, all the effort areas and all the hard work, and it helps me guards all the young lads come through with the confidence the more senior players Watsy, Knighty, Herman, Asiata, etc.
How nice is it to be coming through with somebody like Will Gardner at the same time? Two young lads trying to make their mark on Super League in the black and white of Hull. Yeah,
it's good because when he came through in reserves, we've been through for a couple of years now, and it's good that we're both getting some game time together, and we both know each other play, so it helps us, and we've got a good bond when we're actually playing now because of that few years behind us, and when we've been at Donny, we've always been working together, and it's helped us get to where we are now, really.
Talk to me about that time at Doncaster. Just how much has it helped you develop as a player, and what have you brought back to the club?
I think the biggest thing's like fitness, because like you're playing against bigger bodies, and then you're coming down to Super League. Coming up to Super League, it helps you, because then you're playing against some bigger bodies. You know how to deal with the bigger bodies. So when you go like smaller bodies, it helps you like more easier, like how to like get more of the technique side of stuff, and how to actually control the ruck, and how to actually win play balls and stuff like that, and how to like move them about. So when you bring them down to like up to Super League, it helps you like mentally and obviously physically as well.
And I know I touched on with John next week, and every week is a week by week thing for you professionals, but there's a chance to make the six next week in that you've got to come home and you've got to win. How big a game is that for you?
It's massive, because we're still out in the running. Like, we're hoping results go our way, but end of the day, if results don't go our way, we'd still want to end the season on a good high. And like, we've got like Rapana leaving, Laura retiring, and a few other boys leaving, like Laney and that. So we want to send them off on a good note as well, because Laney's been a good servant for the club, and he's been a big figure around the club. So like, having people like that go, you just want to give him like a good memory to leave on.
Matty, thanks for your time.
Anyways, cheers, mate.
Matty, just focus on something John said there, that you belong in Super League. I mean, that's massive in it, to have that backing from your head coach.
Yeah, it is, because like when you've got the confidence of a coach, it helps bring the best out of you. And when it helps bring the best out of you, it helps the team get better as well. It's like you're always working a lot harder, because you've got the trust in your coach.
I spoke to you a couple of weeks back, and you said you're real confident that you can get to the next level based on what John and what Andy and everyone else can bring out of you. So, what are those next steps that you need to take as a player to be able to do that?
I think the biggest thing for me is like working on my own body, like trying to help me like put some more SARS on, and putting SARS on that I can actually move with and be fit with. And I think that's probably the biggest thing for me, is actually working on myself.
You look like you really enjoyed yourself today, putting yourself about with some real big hits.
Yeah, it's like you do get like massive enjoyment when you do them hits, and obviously it helps like get the team up as well. So then like you just bounce off each other. Like you've got like characters like Davey who'll give you energy, and it's stuff like that helps me like go on to maybe do a big hit or do them little effort areas that the team needs.
Nice to win as well.
Yeah, it's always good to get a win, even at home, and obviously with the possible top six, it's big help.
Cheers, Matty. John, Harvey, Lewis has been getting loads of plaudits this year. He's got 30 tries now in all comps, but Harvey came back today really strong. Just what you speak about with the ball coming out, I mean, every carry looked like he was going to burst through.
Yeah, he was. He's been good all year. You don't always make the metres that he made today, or make the tackle breaks. But he's attempting to do it every week. That's if there's an opposition that aren't quite on their day, or haven't focused on Harvey, he'll always find the space he did, because he runs hard, and he tries to break the line, and he got a couple today.
Remember that first game in Perpignan? He said that Harvey and Lewis were sort of laying the foundation, if you like, inspiring the rest of the team, and it's nice to see now, 26 rounds later, 3 in the cup, they're still doing that. Yeah,
they've played a lot of footy, and I think they're in a way better place now with their rugby league careers than they were when they started, and that's just a culmination of a long, hard season, some tough carries coming out of your own end, and I think they've still got springs in their steps, and I think they'll be much better prepared even for next year.
You played Logan Moy today, first time he's played in Super League in 5 months. I mean, there's a key message there, because you can come out of the team, you can play at Joe Red, you can come back and you can still get an opportunity. So I suppose it's never over. It's never, people say, oh, where's Logan Moy? He's not in the picture right now, but it shows you can come back, and if you take a chance, there'll be an opportunity for you.
Yeah, again, he's 20 years of age, and he's physically nowhere near what he's going to be in a couple of years. So it's not fair on Logan to place expectation on him. Like Matty, he's gone back and played against men, and he's done well. Fact is that we had some pretty tough 5-6 weeks of footy against very physical sides, and sometimes you just got to look after the well-being of your player before you throw him out there.
How did you think he went today?
He went good. He was busy, did everything we asked of him. communicated well, organised their defensive line, and he carried the ball.
Just in terms of youth, the fact that including Lloyd as 18th man, 11 of the 18 were all club produced, not just all born, but club produced. That's massive, isn't it, for what this club wants to do both now and in the future? Yeah,
it is. I don't know that many Super League sides would carry that amount of boys that have come through the system. And it's credit to all the people that have worked in that area and still continue to work in that area to keep producing footballers.
So the plan is to keep growing it, keep nurturing it, keep getting these boys better, keep bringing more through, and see what happens.
Yeah, that's the way to long-term success. Is to just keep. You don't always get a crop come through like we've sort of got at the moment. You can go a couple of years without it, and then you might have a problem keeping them all if you have too many come through. But it's a mad rugby league area I'm discovering, and whatever you got kids want to play the game, you're going to keep producing them.